Vlogmas Day 25, which means it's Christmas. So I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for clicking on yet again another video. Without you, this channel will be nothing. So please make sure you're liking, commenting, subscribing, turning those post notifications on so you don't miss when I post. And if you are new, hello, my name is Haley, and most of the months out of the year I'm living out of my SUV and traveling, but right now I'm home for the holidays. I also did a jewelry drop. It'd be so awesome if I got some new orders, so be sure to check out my small business, link down below. This morning has already been so productive. I ate breakfast and then I helped my aunt plant these plants in the front, and there was a lot, and at first I was like, there's no way all of these plants are gonna fit in these pots. My aunt ended up taking some of the plants from her backyard and brought them over, and the roots on them looked insane. We did have to cut them a little bit, but yeah, so we replanted those into the pots. It looks so good. And I ended up going on a very long walk with my neighbor because she's in town for the holidays, and today for me is technically Christmas Eve, which today is actually going to be my family's Christmas Eve since my sister has work, so we're celebrating it today. I still don't have Christmas presents, so we're gonna get that figured out, but I feel like I need to change and put myself together a little bit. I'm currently at the grocery store and I know they're out of holiday scratchers, so before I went to a gas station, they're completely out, and then I went to another one and they had some, because who doesn't love a good holiday scratcher on Christmas? You have potential of winning money. My grandma and papa and dad love scratch-offs, love lottery. I got $1 ones that you can win up to 500, and then I got $2 ones that you can win up to 10,000. I also bought one for myself. I'm back at Fry's because I'm gonna be making dessert this evening, and the recipe calls for white chocolate to be drizzled on top of it. Do I necessarily need to do that step? Probably not, but I'm going to, so I'm just gonna find a white chocolate bar rather than getting a whole pack white chocolates, because I'm not gonna need that much just to drizzle on. To be completely honest, I should have just went with the white chocolate chips instead of getting this white chocolate bar, but it's fine. It was busy in there, and since we're celebrating Christmas Eve tonight, we're going out to dinner, and then we're going to the church service, which we are leaving shortly because we're doing dinner before church. I'm back at the house, but we're gonna be leaving soon, and I just thought I would show you my outfit. This top, which I thrifted, and that was in a Vlogmas. These PacSun jeans, if you can even see. These tennis shoes. The bag I thrifted in Rothenburg, Germany. Sunglasses that my aunt gave me. Since it will be a little chillier this evening, I'm gonna bring this jacket that I also got thrifting when I got this, and I think they pair so well together because the colors. I can't believe it's already Christmas, and then it's gonna be 2025. Actually insane. It's the next day, which means it's actually Christmas Eve, so happy Christmas Eve and happy Christmas Day, because this gets posted on Christmas Day. But let me just catch you up. Also, I have been living in this sweater. It's turning into my comfort sweater. I absolutely love it. It was definitely a great thrift find. The last thing I filmed was right before we left for dinner. We ended up having dinner at Cooper's Hawk. It might only be an Arizona restaurant. It could be other places, but if you have one in your area, it is so good. You should go. We split appetizers from Brussels sprouts, flatbread, both very delicious. And then I got this white malted wine, and they only serve it during Christmas time, and it's warm and it's really good. And then for dinner I had gnocchi carbonara, and it was absolutely delicious. And while we were there, I was like, this is a perfect place for my aunt and uncle. I ended up getting them a gift card to this restaurant. Once we were done eating, we made our way over to church, and they had this Share Jesus sign, and anytime someone gets baptized, they get to screw in a light bulb into the sign. I believe we had a total of 618 or somewhere in the 600 range of baptisms this year, which is so awesome. And of course, did you even go to a Christmas church service if you didn't film or take a photo of holding the candle and singing Silent Night? It's always so pretty to see, and I will always be a person that takes a video or photo. When church was done, they were handing out free hot chocolate, so of course I grabbed one. On our way back, I requested if we could go see the tumbleweed Christmas tree. I didn't know this was a thing, but in downtown Chandler, they have a Christmas tree, and they've been doing it for years, I guess, but they make a Christmas tree out of tumbleweeds. It was kind of hard to tell at night. We didn't didn't get out the car. We just drove. It was packed over there for my parents to try to find parking. My mom's on crutches. We did a drive-by on our way back to the house. There's always this house I see, and I told my dad, I want to see what this house looks like, and I'm so glad we went and saw it because it did not disappoint. I'm pretty sure these people bought every single artificial tree at Goodwill and put them in their front yard. Where can they store these things? And then they were so creative. They had these lights strung and a gingerbread man on a bicycle. So I'm glad we went and saw that. And then we came back to the house and I ended up playing a video game with my father. There's quite a few things I need to get done, which is wrapping these presents. And it's really not a lot to wrap. My sister's present's gonna be coming the 30th or 31st. And since my aunt and uncle got this, their scratch-offs that I bought will now be an extra one my papa and grandma get to have. Thinking to wrap these, I'll wrap them as bundles and they get to select which one they want, because also on top of my grandma and papa, my mom and dad get them as well, so they kind of get a pick. But then I was thinking maybe I should wrap all of them individually, that way they're the ones selecting their own fate. I feel like it might be a little ridiculous to wrap them individually, but I also think it might make it more fun. And then lastly, I'm wrapping a present for my dad because my mom, my dad, my aunt, uncle, grandma, papa, they each picked out a puzzle, they wrapped it, and then they're just gonna pick a random one to open up and do. And this is my dad's puzzle that he selected, so I need to wrap this. I know in one of my Vlogmases I said I was gonna make 2 to 3 desserts. Yeah, I'm only gonna make one, and we're gonna do that later this evening. I was gonna wrap everything in this wrapping paper, but we have a lot of bluey wrapping paper because I bought this for my nieces. We celebrated Christmas on Thanksgiving with them, and there's just a lot of this, so I'm gonna just use it. Let's cue into a montage. Everything's wrapped. I didn't put a lot of effort into it, so it's not the prettiest wrapping. The time has come and we're gonna make cranberry Bliss bars. I'll leave this recipe linked down below. I didn't realize it's a Starbucks copycat. My mom has made these throughout the years and they're delicious. She said she wasn't gonna do them this year, so I said, you know what, I'll do it. And they taste even better when you eat them when they're out of the freezer. It's nice when you have leftovers, you can just wrap them, put them in the freezer, and they last longer. I have all the ingredients out. I personally have never made these, so hopefully they turn out good. First, we need to preheat the oven to 350. And by the way, this is my outfit. We got Lazy Butt Club, and then my comfort sweater right now, and my other new thing that I thrifted. Okay, I don't know why it's saying prep the pan first, but we're gonna just listen to the instructions. It says 15 by 10 or 13 by 9. I have a 9 by 13, so we're gonna line it with parchment paper. I'm gonna keep this over here. I'm not a baker, I'm not a cook, I never claimed to be, but you know, we try. This is the current situation of the counter space. These instructions are actually whack. It doesn't tell me the measurement for butter and the brown sugar. How am I supposed to know? It shows the measurements for the extract, but it doesn't show the measurements for all the dry ingredients. Excuse me? First thing, we need to melt 1 cup of unsalted butter. Melted butter going into the mixing bowl. I should have dumped this in first, but you're gonna have 1 1/4 cup of brown sugar and then a 1/2 cup of sugar. And now you'll mix. Now add 2 eggs, 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 1 1/2 orange extract. And now we mix. 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of ground ginger. And we're gonna hand mix this. It says don't overmix, but how do you know if you're overmixing? Like, does this look good? It smells delicious. I'm also going to add some of these cranberries in now, and I'm just gonna chop them up half size so they're a little smaller. I'm just eyeing how many I'm putting in, and then I'll mix it in a moment. That looks good. Now we're gonna add it to the pan. This is what they look like in the pan. Now we put it in the oven for 18 to 22 minutes, or just until it gets light brown. I kind of am making my own recipe. I'm kind of taking two recipes and making it into a different one. I'm not really following one. Get a new bowl, 1.5 cups of powdered sugar, 8 ounces of cream cheese, and then that was a lot. Only 1/4 of orange extract and 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. These might be a little orangey. I think they're done, and before I add the icing, they need to cool. This is what they look like, and it smells so good. And hopefully there's enough to cover the whole top. And now I need to clean up this mess. This should hopefully be cooled down enough, and now I'm just gonna take the icing and plop it on. I don't know if there's gonna be enough. Oh yeah, there's gonna be plenty. I'm personally someone who likes a lot of frosting though. I went ahead and chopped up some of the cranberries, so I'm just going to sprinkle this on top. That looks great. Now I'm going to melt down this white chocolate to go ahead and drizzle it on top, like so. Whoop, that was a lot. Ooh, these look so good. I think this is good. I don't think I need any more. Let's do a close-up. Hopefully it tastes as good as it smells. I'm currently editing this video, and it's a perfect time for me to take a break and try this to see if it's any good. Hopefully it is. Because again, I ended up having to take two recipes, combining it. If this is good in the description, I'll just leave the measurements for everything. Okay, that's actually really good. Wow, I like it a lot. That was amazing, so I'll definitely leave the recipe in the description. On Christmas Eve, we always watch Christmas Story, so we did do that. The thing with Christmas Story, if you've been following along, you know I did a 2-week-long road trip with my grandparents, and one of the things we stopped at was in Chickasha, Oklahoma, and they had the world's largest leg lamp, and I made my grandparents do the fragile sound. They crushed it, they killed it. I'll insert that video here now.
Fragile. It must be Italian.
Well, I think that says fragile, honey. What is it?
Well, it's a leg.
But what is it?
This.
I'm going to link the playlist to the road trip because there's 3 videos. It was such a great trip, and there's some funny moments in there. And while we were watching that, I did post on Instagram, which I've been really slacking on Instagram. So if you want to follow me over there, I have so many photos that I need to go through and post on Instagram. But yeah, go ahead and follow me over there. And then it had me thinking I got ornaments when I was in Rothenburg because it's Christmas there all the time. It's just like that in Germany as a whole. There's all these little Christmas shops. Obviously, when I was putting up the tree, I was getting stuff for my storage unit. I wasn't thinking of the box that I had in here. This is one of the ornaments I got. This is the backside, and I'm gonna fill it out and just put month and year that I was in. Rothenburg, I got this angel, and this angel. Since we're on the topic of ornaments, if you didn't see my first Vlogmas, first you should go watch it. Second, I talk about how my mom makes an ornament every single year, and since we host at our house, guests get to take one home. Well, let me show you the ornament for this year. She did something a little different this year. It's a macrame on a cinnamon stick. So there's blue, yellow, and red. I don't know which color I'm gonna take. There's probably gonna be leftovers because we don't have that many people coming this year, so I'll probably be able to take multiple colors. But if you're curious to see the other ornaments, be sure to check out my first Vlogmas. And while you're checking out the first one, you might as well just click on the whole playlist and watch all of them. I would truly appreciate it. If you have made it this far, please comment some type of Christmas emoji. I truly appreciate that you watch my videos all the way through and you like and engage because, again, again, this channel will literally be nothing without you, and any type of support like that helps my channel out so much. I truly appreciate it. I can't believe I did an entire Vlogmas every single day, 25 days, and I'm so proud of myself. And I can tell you right now that it's already gonna be weird that I'm not uploading a long form video every day. Hopefully you enjoyed my Vlogmas, and I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's, and I will see you when I see you. Good night.